Wholeness, happy full moon, and good day, good way. Today is 10/17. It's the hunter's moon. It's a super moon, and it's also in what people call the sign of Aries. Aries represents the mind, the head. The mind's on fire. La Luna, the moon, pulls the waters of the mind. It makes you become more emotional. Now, understanding that the fires in your mind is the things that are potentially got you moving, so to speak. I can't stop overthinking. I can't get rid of this trauma. I can't stop hyper-focusing, or I don't have any focus at all. That's a big one. Don't mean to be offensive, but we're in a realm full of spiritual ADHD. Motherfuckers can't pay attention to shit except for shit. So, under this full moon, the hunter's moon, it's in Aries. Your mind is already in a hyper state of activity because of the influence of the moon. Even more so because it's a super moon. Even though we already passed the peak this morning, you're still getting it. It's a 3-day moon. Your mind is influenced astrologically when you subscribe to those limitations, because this moon is highlighting what already has your mind on fire. So I'm just going to speak on 3 things that I sense and see and perceive, my perspective, my experience, yada, yada, yada. And what I'm vibrationally seeing out here, using one of my old gifts, is 3 sets of numbers came into play. The first one was 86. In my number system, 8 is struggle, 6 is your traumas. It's your foundation. If you are struggling with your traumas, then, and I've said this before, older saying is you need to 86 that shit. You have to look that up. That means you need to get rid of it. 86, you need to quit struggling with your traumas and start loving yourself. The second set of numbers that came into my mind was 67. 6 again is traumas. 7 is self-awareness. If you are using your traumas to figure out who you are, you're going to create a struggle. You're going to create a struggle. Going back to that 86, 8 plus 6 is 14. I'm caught in a cycle of patience. 1 plus 4 is 5. I can't keep still. I'm already under manipulation. Now, getting back into 67, where the only thing I keep doing is finding my trauma so that I can figure out who I am. That is 99% of people's AKA spiritual journey. That is what people have going on out here, to where the only thing they're doing is letting their yesterday determine their tomorrow by trying to make a better today. How about you make a better today so that yesterday doesn't have any fucking thing to do with the tomorrow that you're about to sponsor? And the last number that I saw, well, before I even go to the last number, which I'm going to tell you is 34, but getting back in that 67, 6 plus 7 is 13. Holy shit, it's death. 13 represents death, but as I always say, death is the end, learning to begin, just like it's the beginning, learning to find the end. It's a never-ending cycle of energy. So if I'm using my traumas to discover who I am, I'm going to keep myself in an alchemical cycle of death, because I'm always responsive to movement. Because I'm not safe here, so I try and seek safety there, and then when I get to perceive there, probably not going to be safe there either. Again, let your life tell your tale. That is playing out in a lot of people's lives, to where a lot of people really feel like, I would like to move. I would like to relocate from my situation, from my family, from my friends, from my job, from my country, from whatever, and think that things are going to be better somewhere else. And I'm here to tell you, in some cases it might be. But I'm also here to tell you that if you bring your same old shit into new shit, your new shit gonna get old too. Let your life tell your tale with that one. So sometimes the move ain't the issue, it's what's moving you that becomes the cause for why you need to move. So again, that last number was 34. Hi. Ever since about 2019, when I started revamping my own number system, 34, the thoughts that form creation, that is God. The thoughts that form creation will become what's ruling over you. That becomes your proverbial God, generator, operator, destroyer. So with this full moon that is highlighting the fires that you can't keep still with, you need to figure out what God is for you. What am I? Holy shit. What am I? Whew. Accountability and responsibility like a motherfucker. What am I generating? What am I operating through? What am I going through? And what is destroying me? A lot of y'all want to know what's destroying you so you can figure out what you're operating, and then you'll figure out how to be a generator. Then I can become the abundance. No, I see me as the abundance, and I need to figure out what I'm in alignment with before I operate with it. Because if I don't have those preposition components first, I'm not only destroying myself, but I'm destroying everything I'm creating. Why? Because it's imperfected energy. I wish y'all would learn that. Stop giving imperfected energy the right to be imperfect and then get mad when it perfectly imperfect you. AKA struggle mind. Being willing to go through the most with somebody who has made concessions for going through the most with themselves. They just want somebody to be there with them. If that's for you, do what you do. But don't be sitting in the corner crying like motherfucking Mary J. Blige when you keep giving your half-ass energy to half-ass situations and half-ass people, and you keep getting half-ass results. But you can invest and believe in that bullshit that you got taught, which keeps you knowing. And holy shit, 3 + 4 is 7. Self-awareness. That's who you become. 7, the chariot, the spiritual journey itself. You become the horse and the cart. Both of those are tools for usage. You better become the, I'm not going to use that word. You better become the person that is using the tool instead of the tool that is being used by everybody else. So, final word on this full moon after saying all that, stop going on a journey, stop hunting for others until you find yourself. How do you find yourself? From my perspective and experience, you figure out what the fuck's burning you. And you don't get mad at what's burning you. You start having accountability for why the fuck I allowed that shit in the first place. And will that dismiss everything immediately? No, but it will give you a clearer playing field of making different decisions, choices, to stop giving up so much energy into things that require your energy but never feed you successfully, if that makes sense. So don't be out here getting burnt, going on a journey for what's burning you, when holy sheep shit, what's burning you is you. Oops. Happy full moon, and as always, stay the fuck in your lane, motherfuckers.